Hello, this is Julie. Today I'd like to share with you how you can get files from the Make the Cut gallery into Cricut Design Space. In the Make the Cut gallery, there are over 12,800 cutting files. To access them, you would go up to the top of the screen and there's an icon that looks like a tic-tac-toe. That will, when you click on that, that will give you the gallery search window. Now you can search by any name. You can search by file type, either SVG or MTC. It doesn't make a lot of difference which you choose. And I choose descending to show me the most recent additions to the gallery first, and then click on search. You notice I didn't enter any search terms. It tells you here that there are a total of 12,836 files found. Now you can scroll through all of these 12,836 files, which might take you a very long time, or you can search by a particular file name or file type. You see that some of these images have a gridded background. These would be Make the Cut files. When you click on a Make the Cut file or an MTC file, you click on Download. It actually opens a new screen with a grid, and it has a name on the tab that was given to the design. This name right up here above the design you will now see in the tab. So this is a tree design. I'm going to close this gallery window now and show you what to do with this file. I try to click on it and I can't get anything to select. That's because this design is locked. If you go down to the lower right corner, there's a gold lock icon. Click on that and select Unlock All. Now you see the gray bounding boxes around each of the design pieces, and you are now able to select them. You know they're selected because you see the selection handles around the selection. When the design is unlocked, you can click on the arrow at the lower left corner to select all. It's very important if you want to export any of these designs, any of these 12,836 designs to use in Cricut Design Space. You need to export as an SVG file first. With everything selected, then you can export. If nothing is selected, your file will be empty. So make sure that you select the items that you would like to export. If you go to File, Export, Selection to SVG, or just simply type Control-Shift-S, then you'll have the opportunity to name your SVG file. I'll just call this Tree and save. So that is now saved on my desktop. But before we go there, I thought I would show you another file. If we click on the gallery icon and we decide to refine the search and say we just want SVG files and do a search, you'll see that there are only 1,429 files that were posted in SVG format. It doesn't really matter because if you click on the download link, you still get it, but it's added to your current page, whatever that page is. Now you can export these separately. This one was called Snowflake. Even though it's on the same page as this tree, if I only select this snowflake and I go to File, Export, Selection to SVG, and I type in Snowflake, then it'll be saved as an SVG. And either of these can be opened in Cricut Design Space. So let's go to Cricut Design Space and let's see what happens when we try to upload these images. So first I click Upload. You have to sign in. Upload vector, browse, and I'm going to browse to the tree. Click on Open, Save, and click on the tree, Insert Images, and you'll notice that I have a tree. This tree is a little larger than it was in Make the Cut. This one is 4.7 inches wide, and in Make the Cut the tree is 3.8 inches wide. If the size is really important, I would recommend that you go and type in the size that you want, 3.8, and press enter so that it is the same size as the original. If size doesn't matter, you can always resize it in Cricut Design Space. Now these designs come in just fine in Cricut Design Space, ready to use or edit or add to. You can add your other images that you have accumulated in your Cricut Design Space. So it's as simple as that. You can take any of these designs, refine the search, select MTC or SVG, search, and you can look through the thumbnails to see if there's anything you want, or you can search for a specific thing. Maybe you want to do butterflies and birds. You search. Oh, there's nothing there. Maybe I should just keep it butterflies. Click on search, and there are lots of butterflies. I found 15 butterflies, a couple pages of them. So you can select the one that you would like. It's a pop-up butterfly design. So we have some options there. If you were looking for flowers, you could type in flowers. If you want to jump to a different page, you can click on the page number if you know which page contains the design that you would like to use. You can do that. So over in Design Space, you notice that there are, when you click on this, these design pieces are grouped already. They come in that way. So you right click and ungroup if you would like to separate the pieces. If you'd like to add text, you can always add text and attach. So if you have any questions regarding how to use any of these 12,836 designs, which is, that number is growing every day, then let me know and I can help you. Now some of these designs, when you see them on the screen and Make the Cut, are green. If you change it to contrast, the virtual matte to contrast, you'll see that they show up in black, and these designs would actually show up in Design Space as black. So you could change them, the pieces. You can right click on the layer and send each to its own, and you can do each layer a different color by clicking on the color icon in the layer, and then when you export to Design Space, these shapes would be the colors that you made them. So by selecting them, I can export, selection to SVG, and type in butterflies. Again, I can go to Cricut Design Space and get rid of these and do a new file. Go to Upload Images, Factor Upload, And let's look at that snowflake. There it is. Click on it and insert the image. You notice that it's black. Now in Make the Cut, it appeared green on the green mat. If you don't give it a color, it will automatically come into Design Space as black. Let's see what happens if we get the other one that we just changed, the butterflies one. Save. Click on it and insert image, and you'll see that the butterflies, because we changed their color, actually came in as the color that we used in Make the Cut. You'll also see each of the shapes on the screen has its own layer. You can hide the layer you don't want to cut right now, show the ones you do want to cut. And that's all there is to it. Very simple. If you've ever purchased Make the Cut, you'll find that it was an excellent investment because you get all these designs for free. If you are using Make the Cut in the trial version, you will notice that the gallery will not work and you cannot export as SVG. You cannot export as PDF or print, or if you do cut to a cutter, you may notice that you'll get a slash mark across your cut image, but there is a free trial version that you can play with. Now if you have a Cricut Expression one, the original Cricut Expression or the Cricut Bug or Create, and you have Make the Cut 4.1, you can access the same gallery and you can access all the 12,836 files that are in the gallery to cut to your Expression or your Create or your original smaller Cricut that's using Make the Cut 4.1.0. Now Make the Cut, let's say that we had a design in Make the Cut. This is the most recent version, 4.6.2. If I select all by clicking on this little arrow or just Control A and do a copy, edit, copy, I can paste it right to my Make the Cut 4.1 and do a paste in place. We'll paste the design into this version 4.1 of the Make the Cut software, and I can choose ProvoCraft Cricut as my cutter, and I can cut to my inspiration or expression. So we have a lot of options here. So whether you have the Cricut Explore and want to cut the design in Design Space, or if you have an Expression, you can cut from version 4.1. So have fun with all of these designs. I hope this was helpful. See you later.